Pacific greetings and talofa. My name is Sunita. I'm a producer for the Pacific Media Network for the PMN Samoa program on Pacific Media Network. I was here before from 2011 to 2014. And then after that, we went to Samoa to answer the call from God to be trained as future leader, future pastor for the ministry. And then after that, we graduated in 2018. And then we came back here in New Zealand with my family, my wife and 3 kids, to serve the Lord and to wait for His calling. And then from then, Pacific Media Network found out that I'm finished from school in Samoa, from 4 years study. And then Tango, one of the old men that used to be a producer, wanted me to come back to help out with the program. And I didn't know that he's going to leave the job because he's out of age, he's turning 75. So that is when they wanted me to come in order to not only to work again at our Pacific Media Network company, but also as a producer for the program. So when it comes down to level 0 or level 1, and when the government allow more than 100 people together, gatherings, and I think that's when we going to leave our company, our Pacific Media Network, and continue on with God's calling to become a minister. One of the saddest things to me is, yes, we have a very good relationship with the brothers and sisters here in our organization. That's one of the saddest things to me, leaving our friends here and all the family here at PMN, Pacific Media Network. The rewarding thing to me is to engage with our community, especially with government department sectors, engaging with them in terms of networking with our programs. And also another rewarding thing to me is to become a producer of the program, knowing how to run the show. Well, it's a huge. I think it's going to be a very huge challenge for me and my family. In Hawke's Bay, Hastings, we don't have family over there. So I'm thinking of what's the Bible's telling. Bible said about Abraham's calling, that God wants him to go to somewhere that he didn't know. So I went through that Bible reading of the story of Abraham, and I thought to myself, I'll become like Abraham. I'll leave everything here in Auckland, my family, my friends, and the work and everything. We will be going to a place that we don't know those people. So it's going to be a challenge, interesting, and we are looking forward for that. With our hope that this is God's calling for us, and we believe and have faith in God that He will be with us with His calling to me and my family. The language, to me, this is one of a very important aspect of our identity. If you know the language, you know your identity. So this is Samoan Language Week because, I think this is the 10th year since the Samoan Language Week. I started here in New Zealand, and it is a very important aspect that I say. If you know your language, you know your identity, where you're from. In Samoan, your whasinomanga, your background, your upbringing, your family, your nations, your people, everything. It's all in here in your language, because your language explains all those things. Well, I can relate to myself and my journey. We've been to Samoa, been trained as a minister to become a minister. I prepared myself for the journey that I'm going to do, for the journey that awaits in the future. So I think that the theme is a very challenging theme. not only at this time of the epidemic, but for all the Samoans. Wherever you are, you left our island, our nations, and our people, our whanua, and everything, our upbringing. Coming here, you have to prepare yourself for your journey as you away from Samoa. Yeah, Samoan Language Week for our Samoan community. Don't forget our Samoan language, our language, as I say. That is where you know your identity and where you come from. You have to treasure your language. And don't forget, if you don't know how to speak, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you don't know how to speak the language, because I do believe that there's a lot of our young ones that born here in New Zealand or Australia. Try to, if you can understand, that's all right. Happy Samoan Language Week. Take care and God bless. Thank you.